So it has been 19 days since I have moved back to Sydney, Australia after living in London for 3 years, and it's honestly been an emotional roller coaster. I did not expect it to be this much of an adjustment phase. I don't think I'd realised how settled and how much of my life and my roots were in London until I just got up and left it 2 weeks ago. Every day I've had about 4 or 5 mental breakdowns, and it's just crazy because I've lived abroad in so many countries and I've never had this feeling. London I hated but loved so much at the same time. To my flatmate, and she's like, it's probably because you saw the most growth in yourself personally there that makes you so attached to it. And she's right, I did. I went through the hardest times. I achieved some of my best things. Coming back to Australia, things I've noticed is the pace of life here is so much slower, and I feel like I'm still on this London adrenaline. It's like you're on a holiday 24/7. It's definitely I've gone through waves of emotions of being did I make the wrong decision? Sometimes I have these what ifs, what if I'd stayed in London, what would have happened, with my career, with my social media. But every time I just have to ground myself and remind myself I came back to spend time with my dad and spend time with my family. This is time you may never get back. You just don't know what will happen. But it's still hard. I still hear about people saying, oh, they're booking trips to Greece or they're just going to Italy, and it's hard because that's a life I did love living, and it's almost like I'm having to grieve a life that I won't live anymore, and that's really hard. I feel like starting again has been really draining and daunting because I've been setting up the apartment, buying a bed frame, buying vacuum cleaner, buying smoothie maker, kettle, air fried, chef's knife, as well as working my social media and working my corporate job on top of that, having all this change. I must keep up my gym. I was packing my room today, unpacking my suitcases, and I had some music on. I just had a YouTube playlist on, and then Central C came on and he said something I think it was band for band. It was oh, when I go for London, and I was London, It's really hard because I feel my family can't really relate to they're you're crazy, why wouldn't you be loving this? And it's but I learned to adjust and live and love London for what it is. The weather, okay, but once you live there long enough, you kind of just get used to it. So it's really hard. I feel even with my friends, I haven't even spoken to them now within 2 weeks because of the time difference is literally the worst. It's when they're going to sleep, I'm getting up and starting my day. It's not one bit ideal. I keep reminding myself the life I choose is to be by my family and be by the beach and be in the southern hemisphere. And so yeah, that's my little update. I hope you guys enjoy these little chit chats. Reflect on what I achieved in London, what I didn't, what I did, what I learned, what I loved, what I learned about myself, and it's what I've just done at the beach today. I've just sat there and reflected, and I just think I need more time of that. I hope these little chit chats are comforting to anyone else who's thinking of making the decision. Boy, it's hard, and be ready for a big transition, a big culture shock, and probably people not understanding, but you've got this, and I believe in you.